Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It has been a hot minute or so since I've uploaded a video, and I do apologize for that, but life just gets in the way. I've been really busy with school recently. Not only that, but I haven't really been reading very much. I've been working my way through The Martian and I'm really enjoying it, but I've just had no desire to pick up any books and read it, which is tragic. But as a result, when I'm not reading, I don't feel like making videos. It's like they go hand in hand, and that's not a good thing, but that is the reason that I have not been uploading as frequently as I used to. But I'm here today, and I hope to continue on making videos. I probably won't make them as frequently as I used to, which was about 3 times a week. I'm aiming for maybe 2 times a week, at the very least, a video a week. I think that is a doable goal with my life currently, with the amount I work and the amount of school I have. So yeah, hopefully I can stick to that at least. But today I'm here to bring you an unhaul video. I've done one unhaul before and I'll link that down below, and I believe it's actually my most watched video. But I know people absolutely love these videos. I absolutely love them. I like to see people get rid of books, and I like to see why people are getting rid of books, because I don't know, there's just something interesting about unhauls. So I've got a stack of books here today to show you, and I'll give you a little snippet as to why I'm unhauling them. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into the books. So the first book is Dust City by Robert Paul Weston. I don't even know how to describe this book. It involves Little Red Riding Hood and the Big Bad Wolf, but it follows the storyline of the wolf, and I don't know if the word for it is anthropomorphic, but basically these wolves have human characteristics. They walk on 2 legs, they wear clothes, and he's in jail, and it just kind of follows his life as a result of what happened with Little Red Riding Hood. It was interesting, but it was very weird, especially because there was a romance between the main wolf and another female wolf, and I just couldn't really get into that. But I didn't dislike this book, and I really do like the cover. However, I have been slowly but surely trying to condense my bookshelves down to the books I really enjoy, and as I'm getting new books, I'm running out of room on my shelves, and I don't particularly want to buy more bookshelves because they're expensive. So I've been just kind of slowly but surely unhauling books that I don't feel really represent me, or I just don't have any desire to reread or even keep on my shelf, and this was one of them. The next book is one I picked up at a half price forever ago because it sounded interesting to me, but like many books on this list, and in my life in general, I just never picked it up. And that's going to be Labyrinth by Kate Moss. I'm not 100% sure what this is about, other than the fact that it involves a labyrinth. But I know it was supposed to be like a thriller, kind of mystery, intrigue, but I just never got around to picking it up, and I figure if I do want to read it in the future, I will just go borrow it from the library. So this next one is one I've actually already read, and I've talked about in one of my recent wrap-ups, and that is The Secret Life of Bees by Sue Monk Kidd. I didn't dislike this book. If you see my wrap-up, you know that I enjoyed it, but it wasn't anything spectacular. It didn't really grip me the way I was hoping for it to, and so immediately after I finished it, I was like, I enjoyed reading this book. I would recommend it to other people, but I have no desire to keep it, especially because it's a movie tie-in cover. It's not even one I can proudly show off. So yeah, it just was taking up space on my shelf, and while I don't regret reading it, I just have no reason to keep it. This next one is just a random hardback I had, and that's the Darwin Awards 2. If you don't know, the Darwin Awards are just basically books that are a collection of really stupid things that people have done. And they're really fun to read, but they don't really have very much rereadability, and it's the really awkward, short hardback, so it looked really weird on my shelves, and like I said, I'm just kind of condensing my collection down, so there was no reason to keep it anymore. So yeah, it's time for this to go. So this next one is one that I actually struggled with unhauling because it was probably, other than Twilight, one of my first YA reads, and it's from an author that I actually followed on BookTube, and she is one of the people that got me into BookTube, and that is As You Wish by Jackson Pierce. I used to follow her on YouTube and watch her videos basically religiously. I don't know if she still has a YouTube channel. I haven't looked at her channel in a long time. Follows a young girl in high school. Her boyfriend just broke up with her. She's kind of miserable. She just keeps wishing to herself that she can be happy or someone can make her happy again. And a djinn or a genie appears, and basically she has 3 wishes. And it was interesting, especially because you don't really read very many YA novels that follow djinn, and more importantly, I do think it was well written, but like I said, I'm just trying to condense my shelves down I don't ever see myself rereading this, and it's just time for it to go. And it hurts my heart to say that, but it's just time for it to go. And this last one I have for you today is Warlock by Wilbur Smith. I picked this up at a used bookstore because of the cover, basically. It's obviously inspired by ancient Egypt, and if you don't know this about me, I am absolutely obsessed with ancient Egypt. I really can't get enough of it. I was like, it is a presumably fantasy novel following something set in ancient Egypt. Sign me up. I bought it for very cheap, which I'm very happy about, because in this little experiment where I'm trying to read down my TBR, which, first off, even though I love ancient Egypt, this has been on my shelf forever for some reason. But anyway, I digress. As I'm trying to read down my TBR, I keep picking books out of my TBR jar, and I picked this one out, and I was like, awesome. So when I went to update my Goodreads, I realized this one is like the second or third one in the series, and then I was just like, I can either go out and buy the first one, or I can just unhaul this one. And I decided to unhaul it because, like I said, this has been on my shelf forever anyway, and I still haven't picked it up. I do know my local library has this series, so if I'm ever interested in it, I can just pick it up there. It was so disappointing, so it has to go. So anyway, that's my small unhaul of books. Probably expect more of these videos just because, like I said, I'm reading down my shelves, and what I'm finding is that especially as I'm reading books that I've had on my shelves for a while, I really don't have any desire to keep them. They may be interested in me back when I picked them up, and I would have kept them on my shelves then, but by this point, I'm just not really feeling them. So, as a result, I'm probably going to be unhauling a lot of books in the next year or so, like I said, expect more of these videos. As always, thank you for watching, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I'll try to post videos more frequently. I do apologize about the fact that it has been a hot minute since I've uploaded a video, but expect more videos in the future.